Historic St. Paul's mission is to preserve and promote the cultural heritage, character, and vitality of St. Paul neighborhoods. As a small nonprofit, we would not be successful in our work without our community partners. We'd like to briefly share some of their stories with you.
If you look at Historic St. Paul, it becomes clear that historic preservation is not equal to gentrification, that historic preservation can exist without displacing people. In fact, it can actually support keeping people in place.
208 Bates, providing affordable worker housing in our neighborhood. It's this huge story of preservation, that preservation just doesn't have to be by and for people wealthy enough to afford it. It can be done to create affordable housing.
People think of a lot of the historic structures, they think like the big houses on Summit. And, frankly, that's a rarity. Most of us would have lived in the little homes. And, so much of the working class architecture is just, it's not appreciated, and it's let to go to ruin and demolish.
So we're not only considering those grand mansions on Cathedral Hill, or we're not only looking at these really big projects, but many of these little houses are just as special and just as unique and just as worth saving. So that this much time and effort and this many eyes and this many people cared about it, it sets a precedent for hopefully future projects to take a look at these other smaller properties that can also be saved then, and also creates a blueprint for how to do it.
Historic St. Paul was concerned about the number of demolitions that were occurring in the Frogtown and Rondo neighborhoods. And through those projects, we were exploring not just the loss of a building, but the loss of culture when it occurs.
What's different from that is that we are connecting and engaging with the residents who live here. And that's the very wonderful way of working with Historic St. Paul and preserving Frogtown. We're listening to the residents here, and it's reflecting what it is that their wants and needs are.
Historic St. Paul really stepped up. They're really pretty amazing. This will be a great role model for other houses being saved and being renovated. And this is what Historic St. Paul has allowed to happen.
Something like this not only tells a story, but it really actually adds something to the community. And you're also then put down roots in the community. People are much more invested. We have safer neighborhoods then. So, it all just grows from there. And the more that happens, the better the city will be. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
When people hear, historic preservation, they may think of like old things that ain't worth it. But it's also an economic driver. It's talking about creating transformation and recreating and transforming ethnic communities. The direct work of Historic St. Paul, it does that so that everything doesn't have to get torn down. There is value and worth and economics and prosperity in preservation. That's the work of Historic St. Paul, and that's how we've been able to work with them.
The work of Historic St. Paul cannot happen without community partnerships and the financial support of our donors. We are successfully putting your resources to great work. We are saving houses, providing affordable housing opportunities, assisting small businesses, and improving neighborhoods and communities, one property at a time. If you believe in the impact of our work, please consider getting involved by following the link on this page. With your help, we can be better equipped to respond to emerging opportunities. We can save more houses, rehab more buildings, and continue to strengthen our communities. Thank you so much.